But it's me, and there is another tournament that is going on. So finally, I can actually test my golden pike in like an actual tournament setting rather than in rank. But so far the conclusion is like, I am 1-2. I won one set and lost like the other two, but the other two was like a 4-3 or like a 4-3 score and a 2-3 score. So it's very close sets. And it kind of just like solidifies the idea that I'm basically my win rate in this pack is basically 50%. Like I can win games in a tournament, but in ranked, my elo is not moving because it's just like the same. Every single time I win, I lost one more game. And anyway, yeah, I want to showcase some of these games because I thought there's a lot of like interesting games. And for now, let's start by playing against Pack 3. I forgot what this game was, but oh, this one is the interesting game. So this was interesting because on turn 5, you have an iguana, right? And I was like looking at that, and I'm like, there's a marmoset, there's the guinea pig, and there's a iguana as well, right? So you have like a setup for potentially four tier ups, or like four tier fours, which is like I don't know how to beat both the iguana and also the seaweed. I was like talking about this during the game as well. Um, but like if I'm playing it here, I just hit the tier upside, and I was just like trying to decide for a long time which one I want, like whether I want the Sega or sort of the Sea Lion. Because if I want to play against the iguana, the Sea Lion would be better, but like because he also have a potential level 3 guinea pig, like I just can't. If the Sea Lion is just going to be way too slow to try to like save me like HP against the seaweed potentially, so I just like try to decide which one I want, and I decided on the Saiga actually. And the logic is because I have like the cherry, right? So I'm going to have like immediately good chunk of trumpet, and the idea is I'm going to just say it now. The idea is like I don't care about iguana because I don't care about my unit fainting or like my summon unit fainting, um because it still activates my saga. The same idea with like a with Segbert. I don't care if they faint my unit because the unit that I'm summoning doesn't really matter by itself. It matters because like it activates my better units, which is like the Saiga and the thing. So like I don't really care that he's like sniping me. I'm still like getting value from my Saiga regardless. um so I'm basically like playing this entire game trying to like pretend as if the gun doesn't exist, and I think I just bought the poison dart frog for the tempo because even just like activating once, it's already 4 damage to some like relevant units. All I need to think about is like, also I bought that fig for the platypus because denying one a duck value is going to be relevant for me. And the only thing that I need to think about is like it doesn't activate against the guinea pig, so I just put the poison red frog on the second position to make sure that it hits the guinea pig. And like the magpie like smaller unit, because I was like thinking whether I should put the squid or not, but like if I put a squid, it hits the guinea pig, it's going to lower its HP to like 3, and the poison dart frog is not going to target it anymore. I was just worried because the previous round he have a fair armadillo, like I don't want to activate his party armadillo, but here he'll hit a donkey to try and like avoid my Psygantelope, and it did work. But we still managed to win here because like the ink matter like a lot here. The ink made my golden retriever able to trade the donkey, and also just like remove the iguana value as well. And here we actually managed to draw because of the ink value. Here, I think I just sold the magpie, even if I have a fig. I still much prefer all of these units, and I just put the potato on my Saiga because I'm really scared of hawk. And it's still like good to just like do that regardless because my opponent have a donkey. He can just like smack my Saiga with a donkey. Ideally it doesn't hit anything, but yeah, here I still like buy the slug because again I don't care about the iguana. I don't care that my unit's getting like hit by the iguana. I'm still going to use it. And here also, by the way, the yeah, like I mean, the PDF still also still working even if he have an iguana. Like it doesn't really matter to me that the monkey is like getting killed. I still get like the 4 damage value from this PDF either way, and then I just bought the slug as for the same reason basically. So yeah, Like it is funny that I can just like ignore it rather than being like absolutely scared by it, because I can actually still get the value compared to like against Pack 1, where Pack 1 summons actually matter for them. And here, like I hit double Sea Lion, I'm still not taking it because I was like, I don't know how to fit it. I much prefer just like trying to use the tempo so I can survive until I can unlock Beluga, because Beluga will is my out right now. And here he actually have double donkey, which means that my Saiga is actually getting hit to the front. But I'm pretty sure we still win here because yeah, like you can say the iguana is like hitting me, but I'm still fine. I actually won that round. I don't really care that the iguana is like killing my units or like killing my spawn. I'm still winning. Also here, I made a mistake. I completely didn't see that there's like the double macaque. I just like immediately slammed my chocolate to the Saiga. But here I actually hit a bob, which makes this macaque even better. And here I just do a complete pivot. I sold everything. And this is like the interesting part of the build, I think, where I sold both the PDF and also the squid for the double macaque. And my goal is now is to just find another macaque. And we did hit another macaque as well. So the logic behind this is that I can put banana on the macaque, I can put durian on the macaque, something, stuff like that. But I don't care if I'm getting smacked by, again, if he have an ammonite or something like that. I don't really care. And he did hit an ammonite. I don't really care because I'm still getting value from my Saiga Antelope, no matter what, even if I get snapped. So I want the Saiga to basically kind of become an Denial with the Slug, where Slug is activating with like 3 Feint, right? So 3 Feint with this, the Barrack Paddles already. So like this is kind of like 4 Feints, which means I'm going to get 12 trumpets with this Saiga Antelope. Now Naela is still going to be better. It's just I'm just like playing with material that I have on my board right now, and I don't want to sell anything just so that I can like focus every effort to try to like maximize buff value basically. And here I was like freezing a macaque. I don't know if this macaque is necessary because the only reason why I'm freezing it is because I don't want to get cap on 24-24. I want to have the ability to try to get out and get like a bigger orangutan at some point, because that's the biggest issue with macaque. Usually with the 24-24 cap, you kind of just like lose a bunch of games because you can't really position the orangutan itself. It always spawns in front of the macaque, which makes positioning awkward sometimes. But I know I'm still fine because I have a durian. But if he hit like a Bagheera or something like that I can remove my durian, it will be like more necessary. But here again, I don't really care that my unit is getting like hit. I'm still like making a massive gen retriever, or like golden retriever, I'm sorry. But here I hit double avocado, so I'm just like skipping the macaque. I'm just once again trying to maximize my buff value as much as possible. And here I actually missed the pretzel. The avocado is still fine, it's good with the predators anyway, but I completely missed that I actually do have a pretzel board here. So yeah, I'm freezing. I don't even like freeze any of this because again, I probably could, but I kind of just like want to focus my effort to scale and try to have like a big unit. So I don't really care about making that. And he have a good board. There's double confess, also the Ammonite as well, but we're still like doing well. I'm considering this crane, but again, I decided not to take it eventually because for the same reason, I'm just trying to get as much buff value as possible. And this is how you play Bob, by the way. Also, Pita Bread is really good against Ammonite. You're just like getting a free trigger of the Pita Bread basically with the Ammonite. You just need to figure out which one is our smallest health unit. Also, yeah, I should have sold the Brioto. I don't know why I didn't do that, but yeah, this is how you play Bird of Paradise. It's like maximized stats if you just like separate the two. I was like tempted to just like run separate Bob here, but I decided, well, it's 24-24, right? I can't really do that. But yeah, you just buy sell stuff a lot. The friend of Bird of Paradise is usually like a toad or oyster and stuff like that, and also like anything that you can just like insert to the slot, like a Cockatoo and Blue Ring Octo is also really good. And here my Slug is actually getting pretty big. I'm still positioning like this. I was like thinking about Donkey, but I don't remember if we actually have a Donkey in that last run. But if he doesn't, then I can just like start moving stuff forward. But anyway, yeah, that's one lesson I think in like playing against Iguana. You can just like don't care about it. As long as you have a Saiga or like Sekbird, you can actually not caring about Iguana or a Mimic Octo. Like it's not a threat for your board. Second game that I want to show off is this one. I don't particularly remember what this game is. Oh, this is against Pack One. So yeah, like I played like 3-4 games against Pack 3, but none of the games is like that interesting. I feel most of it are just like me winning by tempo. So yeah, this is like I bought Egg again, by the way. If you haven't seen, there's like a video that I made about Egg, which I do think Egg is like pretty good actually for two reasons. It's just like extra 2 HP or extra 2 damage, I should say. But the way that I play the Egg is basically right, like just say I have like my opponent have a cricket, right? It's like a 3-5 right now. I'm assuming this is a level 2 cricket. Maybe it's better to just show it in action, but the idea is just kind of like finish your opponent's unit that's already like low HP before you can actually like before it actually contact your unit. And here, because it has 5 HP, I know that it's going to be 5 HP. That's like the base stat of cricket usually. So I just put the Egg and position like this, and I actually managed to trade with the cricket there, which is pretty good for me. And here we managed to draw it around. Those are the ability of the Egg, by the way, basically. And there's like another way where I put the opossum in the front, let's just say, trade with that, and then the Egg is going to hit the cricket that's already like getting hit by the opossum, so the cricket is going to be like at 2 HP, right? Which is like perfectly within the Egg breakpoint. So yeah, those are the ways that you can play the Egg, and I've been like buying it a lot. It seems pretty useful in a lot of situations. I'm not saying that you should spam it. This is like a pretty delicate part to use, I feel, because there's like you really need to be careful about how you use it. So, but it is an option if you have it in a shop. You can like try to figure out whether you want it or not. And here I'm just freezing draw flycatcher so I can focus the buff on the Osprey basically. And we did hit the Sea Lion, which is very nice. I was like trying to think if I want to figure or not, but I think like having a lettuce would be better on this board. So I'm just like rolling again, and I just hit the hawk, and I was like debating whether I want the lizard or the other unit, the groundhog, but the lizard is like a 5/7. It's going to be scaled by the Sea Lion, and also just like spawning 6/2, so the lizard just has to be better. And here I bought a falcon. I rarely buy a falcon, not because I don't think it's a good unit. I just kind of like never had a really good point to buy it, but like here the falcon is like incredible. So, and it's actually just like a good buff target for the lettuce for like the next 4 turns. So I can just make this falcon big pretty easily. Here the falcon is actually getting so much value. It's like incredible how good Falcon is, and sometimes getting like overlooked. I don't know, maybe I'm just like the only one that is overlooking it, but it does so much for. It's basically just like a much better hippo. Maybe much better is like a crazy sentence, but I do like believe that it's just like kind of hippo, but it's like with much more utility than a hippo, because you can just like copy your opponent's units. So you get like the ability of that unit as well when you copy them, right? Here I was like talking about like how Sea Lion is just like not necessarily. It's just better to health scale in this pack, I think, with the Sea Lion, and you almost don't really want to use the attack scaling. I was just positioned like this because I want to try like have front Sea Lion breakpoint. Here, maybe I should have sold the wound instead of the lizard. I think I should have done that. And then here, I completely forgot that the baboon actually can hit the cockatoo. If it's just like focus on this too, I'm fine with it. But I can actually hit the cockatoo. And here, I skipped this side. Interesting. I think I should have just taken it, but at the same time, focusing buff on the falcon and Sea Lion is also good. And I do want to keep the cockatoo for quite some time as well, so that I can just supercharge this too, if in case I hit like a million cockatoo and stuff. And here I actually have and we managed to steal the Scorp, but it's not enough. But you can actually like steal a Scorp as well, right? Like Falcon have so much utility. I was trying to figure out whether I can still position to do that as well here, but here I'm just rolling. I bought this potato on the cockatoo as well, because I still think that I want the cockatoo for like quite some time, just to try to hedge for the level 2 cockatoo high roll. And I just put a potato on it because my opponent have a dolphin. Rather than removing my cherry, I just like decided, you know what, let's just put a potato on the cockatoo, why not? And here I think we managed to draw. Yeah, I'm fine with like drawing. It's pretty nice. Here with the beluga, so that's pretty good. And I just like insta sell the baboon because I don't need it anymore. But I still care about the cockatoo. Even if it's like buffing the beluga, I do like big beluga. I think big beluga is like something that people don't use enough because I feel like there's like this association where like, oh yeah, I have a beluga and just bought a chocolate cake, which is just like bad, right? Like if you manage to make your beluga big, the beluga itself is a really like good enough unit. You don't need to always have a level 3 unit inside the beluga. Level 1 or level 2 is like usually enough as well, depending on the situation. Again, I just try to like health scale. I think health scaling is like the most important here for like a million reasons. Like snipes is usually the reason why I lose a lot. So I just want to try like deal with that by like having a lot of HP because like a leopard and snake and stuff can really fuck me. And here I just hit the Segburst. I'm like, you know what? We don't need the Cox anymore. He's been like that for a couple turns and didn't do anything. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just sell it. And here I just try to get level 2 Segbird because level 2 Segbird is super strong. I was like trying to decide whether I want the level 2 Beluga or level 2 Segbird, but I decided level 2 Segbird is better because I think like having a tall unit is better right now than having like a level 2 Beluga where the only way that I can get a tall unit from the Beluga is like if I hit the Warthog, which is like less likely. So I'm just trying to just do this for now. You know, like the unit, my Falcon becomes tall enough to be able to trade with the dog there, which is nice. And the Falcon's stealing ability is also just like, here I actually just hit the bow up. I have 4 lives. Let's just try to scale now. And here I actually, yeah, let's level the Bob. And here I just sold the Falcon because the same concept. I want to try to have like 4 units in my board, right? So I can like maximize my Bob's value. And here I just take another Bob. We hit the level up to another Bob. And my plan now is just try to get a level 3 Bob, basically. I even like froze this silver fox. I was trying to think whether I should like put it on board or just like eat it with a beluga. I don't remember what my decision was, but like there's like a sec bird on my board, so putting it inside a beluga is putting it outside of the beluga with for to be like the sec bird target is also pretty good. Like I bought a turn 12 silver box, by the way, which seems crazy. Here I just bought a durian. I don't know if it's correct to do that. Maybe it's better to just like put it inside on the bob. I think here, did I buy a silver box as well? That'd be interesting. No, I didn't. Just like having 2 silver box would be like amazing. But yeah, like I just eat a silver box instead of the Warthog here inside the beluga because I'm pretty confident that I can actually like trade with my opponent. At the very least, I can because Durian is going to stop the board from becoming like too big, and we did hit that there. And here we managed to hit like the breakpoint as well. 2 perfect breakpoints there on the dog and also on the board. But like I'm pretty confident that the durian can actually like stop the board from becoming like too big. So I'm like, might as well try to get the silver fox value. The idea is like if you can win anyway, why don't try to get like a more value in the future so you can win more, right? You can have a more stable board. Here, just put the durian in the front so that I can make sure that the board gets a durian, and the double durian actually work for me there. And here we did like manage to get 2 silver fox taker, which means I'm going to have even more scaling with the bob, which is lovely. I'm freezing this Firen as well, by the way, to be inside the beluga is the idea. Right now he's like at the maximum, he's at lethal, right? He only have 1 HP, so I'm just trying to kill him right now. My best unit to purchase right now to be like the Sakbar target would be a Warthog, but we have the Cobra. Also, like I'm not buying that chocolate. Why am I chocolate? It's 1721, right? But yeah, like I don't really want this or Cobra because I don't really see how I can multiply its ability. And here I just bought an egg again. the egg value is back, because I know that my opponent is going to put something in the front with a melon, because it's very important for him to do that, because he have a monkey and he wants to like multiply the snake ability as well, right? So I just bought an egg, pop that melon, and it becomes like the thing that wins us the game, I think. Here, I should have bought the pita bread as well. Just put it on this cobra and just block like one snake snipes, and yeah, there we go. Like the snake would have like have even more snipes if we didn't like stop it with the egg there. So yeah, we didn't win the game there. With the bob scaling as well. Another interesting game. Oh, this one is interesting. I was pretty upset with this game because I had like a pretty nice line here with the weasel. My plan is just like trying to get a big weasel. Again, the egg, he's back. And here I just bought a meerkat so that I can guarantee to trade, and I have like a gold line anyway, so why not? Here I just bought buy sell the so just in case I can hit like another baboon, or there's like 3 units that I want, so pretty good odds of just like buy selling, trying to hit it, and it's gold division anyway, so that dolphin is actually fucking me. The idea for this is also like interesting, I think. The idea for, I don't remember who said it, but stealth mod is kind of like a garlic, right? Because it's like returning your HP after again it's get hit, but I mean obviously it's like a different kind of like protection, but it's kind of like the same thing. In idea, but so yeah, by the way, I just stacked that weasel so that I can get 3 gold next turn. That's basically it, and I don't care like what kind of tier 4 I hit. I'm happy with like what any kind of tier 4 that I hit, so I'm like, you know what, sure. 3 gold, I'm going to have like a bigger gazelle, bigger meerkat, and just like gold in general is good, so I'm like, you know what, sure. I'm just trying to get him as much gold value as possible. And here we also hit the sea lion, so this is pretty nice. Probably should have considered the sliders. Oh, I did, yeah. I was like trying to think if I can just like get away with double weasel again, but I have 3 lives. I need to just like do something right now. And this potato is like trying to avoid the dolphin snipes, because one potato and every single dolphin snipes like completely useless, right? So let's put this potato on the sea lion. Make sure that and now none of my units can get hit by this dolphin anymore. It's basically like completely denied the dolphin value. I was pretty confident that I can put the egg in the front as well, because I don't think that he's going to put the blowfish in the front, because I have meerkat. But in here, we didn't manage to win this round as well. And I have 2 extra gold per turn, which is really nice. I do believe that the weasel is super good as a tier 3. It's like a swan, right? It's like the same value as a swan in pack 3. Or like pack 1. It's like so much harder to activate. It's just pretty nice because it's a good base stats, and also just like have the ability to be detargeted by lettuce and opossum basically. But yeah, in a lot of situation the other thing is much better. And here I just like, instead of buying lettuce, I'm just trying to make the weasel as tall as possible, because I'm trying to clean up. He still doesn't have a skunk, so I might as well just like make a big unit. And here I have a turtle. Like my instant thought is to just like, okay, he have a turtle, he's probably going to kill it at some point, I want an egg. I immediately just like try to get an egg. But here I actually hit this silver box. We have 3 HP. We have the 1 unit scaling as well with the manatee, and I just bought the Nyla here because I'm pretty sure that it's like in a situation actually like pretty good tempo. But then again, I'll look at his board, I'm like, that's 9, that's 9. It's probably not going to trade, like the 8-8 dog is not going to trade, so I'm just like deciding, you know what, no, let's just like try to focus everything on the silver fox. My goal there was just like trying to find crane or more silver fox, or in this case we hit 2 cockatoo. And this is like the best thing to do with like silver fox, right? Just like keep constantly buffing it with like cockatoo, because it's usually your highest tier unit until you hit like a tier 6 something. But for now it's pretty nice. And I'm just like making a big cockatoo now, just having 1,000,000 gold. But yeah, like what, his team is not good, right? Like it's pretty small in comparison to mine. But here he had the mammoth tiger and also a turtle, so like, and that is also level 3 Kanga. This is pretty difficult to beat. Like, he just can't beat all of it. He's just getting like a bunch of stats instantly. That's a bad breakpoint as well. And this is perfect BP. It doesn't really matter because the Kanga is still like super big, but the Mammoth Tiger makes this much more complicated than it should be. As the kids say, he hits his out. And here I was like debating which unit I want to put chocolate on, but I decided to just like make my Silphox bigger. And we did hit a bit bottom paradise. 2 lives, but we have like a bunch of gold, and just like I can just scale with this Bob immensely. And I decided to stick this avocado because 2 reasons. I have 2 lives, it's turn 10. My plan next turn, just try to get like as much Peter bread as possible. And just like hope he doesn't have a skunk or a scorp basically. Less likely he's going to have a scorp, but the skunk is super likely, I think. Because of this setup. He still can, but it's just like less likely. So I'm just like trying to get as much Peter bread as possible and just like put it on the 3 unit with the avocado gold as well. Just like setting myself up so I can have a lot of gold when I unlock Peter bread basically. Because 3 Peter bread is like super important here to try and like survive the round basically. And he didn't buy the skunk here. And yeah, this is like very difficult for me to beat because the stats gained from Mammoth is pretty rough to get past. And here I think I freeze the Warthog. I didn't. Like I probably should have trying to get like the Beluga Warthog out. It's also still pretty good. I'm still trying to scale, which I think is wrong with the Bob. It's probably better to just like do something else, but I don't know. You have like a very good future here with this too. And if I want to try to deny the Mammoth value, I need like Squid Ink, which is pretty difficult to try to get. So here I just bought a Sea Lion. But yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have just like pressed those 2. I thought this is enough. I thought I can actually like win with this because the 2 Peter bread is supposedly should be enough to try to just like win the round, but here I did everything according to my calculations, and it did hit the Rhino as well, which is pretty nice. The thing that I'm like expecting is just like a second melon, which is not that crazy for him to hit. And we did hit like a bad breakpoint there, and I don't know if there's like any other way that I can position. I think this is already perfect. Everything is necessary. I think like the 4-2 on the Silphox is also pretty necessary to try and like kill the Rhino. So I don't know. I don't know if I can. There's like a misplay that I made there. Maybe just like buying trying to get like too many Bob triggers in the end there, and like getting Warthog with inside a Beluga will be much better. But I don't know. He have like way too much HP, and that Mammoth Mushroom Tiger is also something that I cannot compete with. All right. Next game that I thought it was interesting is like here I actually did like such a funny thing. I did hit the level 3 Weasel. Again, you can see the egg again, same theme with the Urchin, just trying to like Urchin him and try to like beat the unit or to get Urchin with the egg basically. Here as you can see, I reduced the HP and now I just kill it with the egg. And we did manage to win the round because of the egg, or draw the round I should say. But here we actually managed to get like a pretty early level 2 Weasel. I think the interesting part came from this. I also have just like a Mercat just to make sure that I can trade with his like massive spider, because it's pretty difficult to trade with a unit that have a garlic, right? We did hit a bunch of cockatoo here. And here I just decided that I want to have like a massive Saiga. Just buy a lot of this and put the Manatee as well. I decided to position like this because I think the 6/6 spawn is pretty relevant. I want to have like a maximum Saiga value. Here my opponent have a Rhino, my opponent have a Melon as well. Just immediately trying to get the egg value there. But we did like lose that round. I do have like a lot of life advantage over him though. And here I even like try to greet the Weasel 3, by the way. I don't know if it's right, but getting a level 3 Weasel with just like a level 3 value is pretty strong. So I'm like, you know what, sure. And there I stack because I want to make the weasel as big as possible. I just position like this because I want to trade with the spider basically. And I don't really care about like getting full Saiga value anymore. We didn't manage to trade with the spider, but his rabbit is still like way too big. I'm still trying to get like the weasel value, right? And here I just like cycle this oyster and just put in a crane because it's really good against his rhino. Because I was like debating whether I wanted that Pteranodon as well. But here, yeah, the rhino is actually like activating my crane, which is really nice. It's like one of the things that you can do against rhino basically. As long as you get like above the rhino BP, you're pretty much fine. The issue is like if they have a Chilean stuff. Yeah, I just put that, but then I realized, oh yeah, that's a level 2 rhino. Then I just like start panicking. Here I just bought a Pteranodon, by the way, which is so funny. Because I didn't think that I can position in a way that I can benefit from the crane anyway. Because of the level 2 rhino. So I'm like, you know what, sure, let's just do this. So I'm just like generating 6 gold per turn with this setup. Basically. I guess it's something that a swan can't do either. Just like do something like this with Pteranodon. I don't want more Pteranodon. It's not necessarily something that I want to do. And he have a leopard, so I'm just like trying to buy like as much pita bread as possible. Here I bought like a warthog and on the board, by the way, instead of like buying it on a beluga, because belugas already have a chocolate cake. I already have a level 2 cockatoo anyway, so I'm like, you know what, sure, let's just like try to buff the warthog with this cockatoo. And at some point I can just like sell this weasel and try to get like pretzel value on the warthog as well. Like big warthog just means that I'm going to have a big board because yeah, his pita bread is like getting value as well. And he have almost like a level 3 leopard, right? I heard you have a level 2 and level 1 here. So my plan is just like get as much potato as possible, trying to get dodge the leopard. If the leopard becomes too big, it's going to be a problem. But right now he only have a rabbit, which means he only have health scaling. Like I'm still like on a pretty safe spot. I probably should have just like put it on the Santa Beluga, but I thought I don't want to freeze roll. I can just like hit another one later. I have to level up, so you know what? Let's just do this. I think I win this round. I'm not sure, but yeah, like this guy actually managed to make like a big enough dog, so I managed to win this round, and he's now on lethal. We did hit another warthog as well, which is lovely. And I don't really care that the warthogs sometimes get wasted in the beluga as well, just because like it's the HHP rhino. I want to try to like survive from it. I probably shouldn't have like put the Nurshak instead of it. Now in like retrospect. There's like a lot of different other units that is like better. I still need like more stats on the beluga, maybe just like a because of the leopard, maybe just potato, but I don't know. It's like it doesn't really matter, I don't think. And he does have a level 3 here. And we start losing the run again because that's a pretty big leopard. Like a lot of my units are going to get sniped both by the leopard and also just like there's a lot of snipers here. And here my one win con is just like hitting the warthog basically, because a 27 attack unit is going to be pretty relevant. And the crane also looking pretty good, so I'm like, you know what, sure, but I don't think I can buy 2 of them. I just bought the wildebeest inside of that because it's a 24-24 or 24 attack unit, right? If it able to survive. All of the snipes, and they didn't manage to survive there. But alas, it's not enough. They still just have like way too many stats from me to handle. The level 3 leopard is pretty strong. Here I'm just like trying to put the beluga instead of it. Put a pretzel on it. Now this is a coincidence, but the pretzel actually managed to make my beluga above the leopard breakpoint. Like that leopard is like 19, right? And here I just put a banana on my Nile as well to try to like get more value from the Saiga and just have like a massive dock in the back to try to like trade with his backline. But here, like, I was just like praying that Lupin did not get above, because if it like past 20, it means that it can actually like hit my beluga, but it didn't. So the beluga managed to survive. And we did get the level 3 Warthog value. If it's like only level 2, it'll be like this game would have been so much different. But I managed to win the game because of that. I also have a level 2 snake as well. Like a pretty strong board for my opponent, but yeah, the dog being denial is also like relevant here as well to try to like hit the breakpoint, and we didn't manage to win the game. And the last game that I want to show off to you is this one. Here I actually like was holding a stoat for a long time. There's like this very funny shot that I hit on turn 5. This is pretty normal. Like, this is normal. I'm just like making a massive betta fish, and here I much prefer the cockatoo because I want the betta fish to be even bigger. As long as he doesn't have a skunk, I'm pretty happy with my betta fish being big. And I'm just rolling, and we did hit 4 stoats here, which is so ridiculous. I was so confused here. I'm like, sure. I'm so tempted of buying the 4th one as well, but I'm like, I can't. I just can't. I can't buy a 4th one. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no reason to try to like waste us that much gold for like a gamble on level 3 stoat. So here we just I decided to just let go of the 3rd stoat, and it's like stay with this setup basically. Again, I just take the stoat level because I'm pretty happy with any tier 4. I was about to buy the Saiga as well, but then I realized I have a dolphin. And the sea lion is also just like a good unit. Just make the betta fish as big as possible. It didn't manage to hit the breakpoint there. Through the garlic, and we didn't manage to win the game here. Or like win the run, I should say. And I was like still holding the sword, by the way. Like, if there's like no reason for me to sell the sword, the tier 4 is still good as well. But I do want tier 5 if possible. Like, I want to greed the sword as long as possible, if possible, right? I was like trying to debate whether I should take Emu or Nyla. I've been trying to use Emu more. And here I'm just like trying to think the Emu is for this like the 4 HP. And if I get like a level 2 Emu, it would be like insane with the 8 HP support, but then again, like the Nyla have much more utility, and is having big dogs also just good, so I just decided to take the Nyla instead. And I thought I still don't really have a reason to sell the store, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. We're just like trying to get the store as long as possible. I want to try to get like a tier 5. Because a lot of tier 5 is going to be good. Like a macaque is going to be insane, the beluga level 2 is going to be insane, nurse shark's probably the worst one, but sackbird, silver fox, any of it is going to be I'm happy with. It's going to be like quite a chunky amount of tempo gain. I'm still buffing the betta fish. As long as I'm not getting skunk, I'm pretty happy with just like buffing it. Again, there's the turtle. They have a melon now, and then that melon actually managed to win them the game, or like win them the round. I'm trying to get egg. And here I just sold and we did hit a crane, which is absolutely fantastic. The only issue right now is like the crane is like being targeted by a kangaroo, which is pretty bad. Because I want to get like full level 2 crane value, but then again, I completely skipped the beluga as well, by the way. Just trying to get this engine going, and my plan now is just get level 2 Nyla, get like a sea lion, or just like a potato on the crane. But then they're gonna be pretty relevant as well. And just to the end, just like removing the dolphin HP. And we get back to our patented egg tech to try and like pop a melon. And there's the egg. Perfect egg positioning to try and pop their melon. I managed to win us the game. Or like win us the round. This has been like my issue for a long time playing this pack. Like, I don't have a command replacement. I just don't have anything to do to try to like beat that. I also skipped that Triandon completely because I don't want to deal with trying to position that. So I'm like, I'm just going to spend all of my gold to like try to buy pita bread in the future. Anyway, did manage to win this game again. Or like win this round again. 16-16 dog from the Annihilate is pretty good. I'm just trying to get pita bread now. Pita bread more. That's also good. Try to like get above the dolphin breakpoint. And here, I realized, oh yeah, like I can't buy this crane because that dolphin might be level 2. So I'm just like putting the pretzel on the crane just to make sure that it's like get above 2 dolphin snipes. And just so that my crane can survive. And he did actually hit the level 2 dolphin, so that's perfect. And I know that he's going to put like something with Mel in the front. I don't know if it's the dolphin, the other guy. I'm just like trying to get the snipe. Or like getting the melon pop. It's pretty often that he's going to do that there. And when I win the game. Yeah, some lessons there, just like holding the Toad, because Toad on tier 5 is pretty good, but the problem is you need to know how to get there, right? Like if you don't have a way to try to like survive until turn 5, just sell your Toad on tier 4. It'll be much better, and you'll be able to get like a better way to stabilize, but I'm just like, I was confident that I can survive until tier 5, so I'm like, you know what, sure, let's just try to greet. And a lot of the hits are actually pretty good. Even if I hit like a bro, right? If I have like a bloating auto, I can actually like activate the bloating auto with Fuffle, and I just have 2-2 across the board with that. But anyway, that's a whole chunk of game dump. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. I don't know if I'm going to upload this on the main channel, or I'm just like recording just to make sure that I don't lose the game. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.